I've been trying to make my wallet fold all day. Cashing in my dreams, big payout. Underneath my money tree, big shade out. Now these models.
Hey frequent flyers, welcome back to another video on the channel. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, and today I am bringing you my May 2021 Plan With Me video. You all know I like to start by making sure the vibes are right, so I'm going to Spotify to find me a nice lo-fi, some chill beats to listen to, just to make sure that my mind is clear and free of distractions. Although during the video you'll see where we still made quite a few mistakes. Alright, hopping into my Rhodia A5 size notebooks, just a flip through of what April looked like for me. I kind of really fell off with my bullet journal in April. After my Coffeegate incident, I kind of just was so discouraged. But you know, here we are, we're back. I put a teaser out on my IG asking you all what you thought this month's theme was going to be, and shout out to Christina for getting it correct when she guessed bees. We are doing a honeycomb bee theme this month. I can't take all the credit. I actually saw this quote on Cat's Planners, that YouTube channel, and one of her spreads. The bee theme overall isn't new to bullet journaling, but I got the idea once I saw the quote that I'll be using this month. And so you all know I'm working on imperfections and not having to always be perfect. So I started off with the ruler, but then I was just like, I just need to trust myself that I can actually do this. You know, how else will I get better if I'm not willing to trust myself and actually practice the skill? So what you're gonna notice is there's a lot of me taking chances and failing in this month's Plan With Me. There's a lot of mistakes. However, I was okay with the mistakes because I know that in the future I'll look back and I'll remember like the growth of where I came from. Like if you all remember, I was so not into color, and this is probably the brightest spread that I would have ever thought that I would do, but I'm actually in love with how it turned out. So I was having issues with like the coloring and the bleeding of the markers. So the non-artist in me realized that I needed to layer the color. So later on you'll see that I found it was easier to do yellow, then go over that with orange, and then follow with the black highlights. So that's kind of like the process that I landed on at the end. But you know, it's all trial and error. And then learning to draw bees was a process, but I gotta say, I'm kind of proud of my little bees because you know, they doing what they need to do. And so again, the quote that inspired this month's theme: no bees, no honey, no work, no money. And this is kind of a reminder to myself to get back to my hustle mentality. Although I be out here hustling, like I need to get back to my entrepreneurial ways and remember that we got goals. And then I found an extra page that was supposed to be my calendar, but apparently I skipped over it when I was planning. So I had to figure out what to do. And so, you know, I decided bees, Beyonce, like it was speaking to me. So I decided that I'm just gonna make a 31 day kind of playlist of just my favorite Beyonce songs. So that's what I'm going to do to take up space here because I have nothing else to do with this page, and I mean, why not? It's Beyonce. To my 2-page calendar spread. Now y'all, I'm letting go of the ruler and being super vulnerable here and trusting myself. I got a lot of tips from other bullet journalers on YouTube who don't use rulers, and they talk about how you just gotta apply pressure and pull towards yourself, and it helps you create somewhat straight lines. So you know, practice will make perfect. I made so many mistakes when I was making this. Like, you would look at it and think that I didn't even count the boxes. Like, I don't know what was going through my head at the time. Partially I was rushing because I needed to get ready for work, but I really wanted to get this filmed. And that's something I need to think about in the future, is like not rushing so I can take my time. But yeah, I really do rush through this, but at the end it came out and it's doing what it needs to do. But yeah, we made quite a few mistakes on here, but I basically just continued my yellow and orange bee theme. The next two spreads are staple to me. They're my bidding page where I make notes for my bid for the upcoming month, and my notes page that I just keep general notes from all my meetings and things. Once again, rushing and not paying attention to the fact that the June bid period is 2 months out from now and not 1 month. So I actually made this calendar with May in mind, even though this is for the month of May and it needed to be for June. So yeah, those are mistakes that I've actually made on this page like 3 times now. So for my weekly spreads, I'm going to go with the vertical column that I did for April that I actually really didn't utilize because I want to give it a chance to see if it's actually worth it. If not, I'll return to another one of my like weekly spread layouts. But I think this one will work for me if I actually try it because I've just been so busy. I actually haven't been having a lot of time to do any of everything because I have been working so much. May might be a little bit different because my work schedule is, I'm working less. So I wonder if, this might help. But we shall find out at the end of the month. And here's the final flip through for May. Thank you all for all of you who made it to the end of the video. Be sure to wrap back around at the end of May when I plan for June and see how this setup and these spreads grow throughout the month. I'm Brandon, I'm a guy who flies, and I'll see you all the next time.